Welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're tackling something that maybe sounds a bit grammatical, a bit dry at first glance, the future continuous tense. But you might be surprised. Our sources suggest there are some really, well, subtle, but quite powerful ways this tense shapes how we talk. So our mission really is to unlock that precision, the true usefulness of this tense, make it something you can use right away. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really fascinating, looking at the material isn't just the basic definition. It's how this subtle shift, moving from just a simple future action to an action in progress, can totally change the feel of what you're saying. We're talking about picturing an activity, something that will be unfolding or will be ongoing at a certain point in the future. It's really not about an event that just happens and is finished. It's about something that will be in motion. That continuity is key.
Okay, in motion,
Yeah.
ongoing. So if it's about this sense of unfolding action in the future, where does that actually make a real difference? In just everyday talk, what kind of situations are we talking about?
Right. And the sources give some great examples, actually, that go beyond the textbook stuff.
Hmm.
Think about polite questions, making inquiries. So instead of asking, maybe quite directly, will you use the car later? Which sounds a bit like you need a yes-no decision now.
Yeah, it can feel a bit demanding sometimes.
Exactly. You could ask, will you be using the car later? See the difference? It's subtle, but it feels, well, softer. It suggests you're asking about something that might already be happening as part of their plans, their ongoing state.
Ah, I see. So you're not imposing as much. You're kind of checking in on their existing flow.
Precisely. It's just more considerate, less intrusive.
That's a really good point. I've definitely felt that awkwardness sometimes, trying to ask about future plans without sounding, I don't know, pushy or too rigid.
Yeah.
So politeness is one aspect. What else?
Well, it's also really good for talking about things that are already set. Pre-existing commitments, parts of a schedule, like, I will be attending the conference all next week. That doesn't just mean I'll go. It strongly implies you'll be there, involved, immersed in it for the whole period. It's an ongoing thing.
Right. It paints a picture of you being there throughout the week.
Exactly. Or another classic example, maybe trying to avoid an interruption politely. You might say, don't call me at 7 p.m. I will be having dinner.
Hmm.
Now, that clearly signals an ongoing activity that probably shouldn't be disturbed. It's different from just saying, I will eat dinner, which sounds more like a quick, maybe interruptible event.
Yeah. I will eat sounds like it starts and finishes. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be eating sounds like
Mm-hmm.
will leave me alone for a bit.
Precisely. It conveys the nature of your engagement with that future activity. It gives context.
That distinction really does seem useful for avoiding crossed wires or miscommunications. It's not just what you'll do, but like you said, what you will be involved in, what you'll be caught up in. It adds that layer of context.
That's it, exactly. It lets you paint a much more, let's say, vivid and accurate picture of the future. You move beyond just plotting points on a timeline to describing these continuous stretches of activity. You're basically giving the listener a mental snapshot of an action in progress, whether that's for politeness or explaining a plan or just setting expectations. So yeah, when we boil it down, the future continuous tense is really about that dynamic feeling, isn't it? An action unfolding or being in progress in the future. It helps us see the future not just as like a list of things that get ticked off, but as this richer flow of ongoing activities.
Right. So tying this all together then, what does this really mean for you listening right now? Well, it means you've got a sharper tool, maybe one you didn't realize you had, in your communication kit. By understanding this, maybe simple but actually quite powerful idea, you can speak with, well, more clarity, more nuance about your future plans, what you expect, or even just what you imagine will be happening around you. It's about making that conscious choice sometimes to add that specific dimension to your language.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with, connecting this to the sort of bigger picture. How often do you actually stop and think not just about what will happen in the future, but what will be happening? What you'll be doing, what will be going on around you, for you, in those moments still to come. Does focusing on that in progress quality, that continuity of the future, does that change how you think about things, about planning, or maybe even just how you perceive time flowing, something to ponder?